Okay, Robbie, Tinsman Road is almost ready for the world. You premiered a version of a cut 2 years ago at Unnamed Footage Festival. This year you played the almost official version, but you're still working on it, right? Can you talk a little bit about what you're
My
working on with
process?
your process as a filmmaker,
Yeah.
which is to tinker with it until the end of time?
Which is to tinker with it until the last possible moment. Yeah, so there's already two versions better than when you saw it.
I
No,
saw it
it's basically,
recently. I
and
saw
you
the
saw it
first cut, and then
a
I saw
month
the new
ago,
cut, and then now it's different from what I already saw.
but it keeps
Wow.
getting better, right?
I mean, like from what I saw, I loved it when I first saw it, but it definitely, I think you tightened it with what I saw compared to between the first two cuts I've seen, it's
No.
definitely gotten even stronger and
Yeah, so I
sadder.
say if I have no official deadline, why not improve until the last possible moment?
Oh
Because
yeah.
we're gonna show it at the Frida Cinema in Orange County this Saturday.
Which is your last
And
chance to see it before for a while. I mean, who knows what is going to
possibly
happen?
there's other film
Possibly.
festivals that may pop up, but we just played Calgary Underground, and that is an amazing festival. P.S. Have you
Yes.
been to that or reviewed anything out of that?
No, but I've never been, but I need to go because it looks really cool and all like the cool, weird, awesome like genre cinema is there, it feels
Yeah,
like too.
I got to see Good Boy there. Um,
Oh, the weird kinky BDSM. We're not really, I don't know. Kinky one
no,
about the guy who wears
no,
the dog
the
mask.
haunted house dog movie.
Oh, sorry. Haunted House Dog movie. Oops. Sorry, I forgot about the new one.
Wrong, Good
The new.
Boy. No, but it's a great festival, and so like it made me want to make something just to get into it again. So
Hell
you'll
yeah.
have to
Oh,
come. But yeah, the version that played that was better than the version that played Unnamed Footage Festival, and the version that's going to play Frida Cinema will be a little bit better than the version that played Calgary Underground until the day it comes out.
hell
But
yeah.
it's almost done. I just I'm just fine tuning some
Yeah.
making everything a little cuter.
A little cuter. A little
Yeah,
cuter. Baby
but
gorgeous even. Anyway.
Baby Gorgeous is no one's gonna know what that is. Lisa Barlow, if you're watching. By the way, I have decided that I do want to cast Katie Maloney in a movie.
Oh, I told you
I
about
think
my
she'd be
Vanderpump. Wait, I showed you my Vanderpump Rules like trope casting, right? Like that stupid PowerPoint I did where I cast them
you
all.
told me
Okay,
about it.
I need to send you the PowerPoint because I do think Katie Malone would be an
Well,
incredible.
she's got some time freed up. She just has her podcast now in the sandwich shop, so I actually think she'd be like good.
I think so too.
Yeah. So I'll have to go to that sandwich
Um,
shop a few more times.
but so Tinsman Road is very different from the Outwaters, just in pretty much every way, except that they're both found footage. What I know you've been working on Tinsman Road for a while, so how did this idea like pop up into your head, and why did you want this to be your second film after The Outwaters?
So I actually shot this while I was editing Outwaters.
Oh,
Um,
that's right. I totally
so
forgot about that.
no one even knew that Outwaters existed when I filmed Tinsman Road.
Yeah.
It was just the next movie I wanted to make. So it's not a reaction to.
Yeah. You're not like,
But
I'm gonna give them a more palatable movie. It's just the
yeah,
next thing that
no,
was in your
it's just
head.
it's a different story. Therefore, it is different. So I made it, you know, but I made it while I was editing Outwaters, and then the reason that I haven't really worked on it that much is because there's too many new seasons of Bravo shows.
The Bravo
I had
shows
to
will get
watch
you, and
them.
I'm not even joking, everybody. The Bravo show schedule will annihilate your entire life.
No, it's just I had a cut of it like for a few years, and then I kind of just I just didn't work on it.
Yeah.
But I needed to get re-excited about editing, basically. I was like editing Outwaters and then editing this, and then Outwaters came out and I got distracted with
Yeah.
that. And then I just wanted to watch Bravo. So I'm ready though, and I've been at this little computer for 18 hours a day till 4 a.m. playing.
Wow.
I need to be like excited.
Yeah. No, for sure. Well, I'm glad you're
'Cause
excited about it because it
I'm
is,
excited again.
yeah.
And it is
Well,
very different from Outwaters. It's just a
yeah.
different movie. But it's basically my dad stole that street sign when I was a kid off the road. because he thought it would be a great movie. No, he thought it was just a great like street name, so he stole it when I was like 10 or 11. And I always had that sign in my room growing up, and I used to make movie posters because when I was a kid I thought it'd be a good movie title. So Tinsman Road was always a movie that I wanted to make.
Oh, wait, that's amazing. Wait, that's
In
so
my
cool.
mind, it had a actually it was a really good idea, so I'm not going to say it because I could still use it in the future. In my mind, it was a different story because I wrote a short story called Tinsman Road when I was a kid. Um,
Oh,
but yeah, no, it's just the next it's just always been a movie I wanted to make, and as you know,
yeah.
people die, so I was like, I better make it soon. So then I made it. That's this.
Incredible explanation. People do in fact die. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
What was,
But
but like, oh, sorry.
well, I was gonna say that. Oh, oh, I had not been to Tinsman Road since I was like 10 years old, and my dad was dating this girl that lived off of it. And so
Oh,
in my mind, it looked a certain way. And then the first time I saw it again, since I was like 10, was when we were arriving there to film the first scene that takes place on Tinsman Road. So as we were driving there, I was hoping it looked like it did in my mind,
yeah.
and it did.
Exactly the same.
The thing about Jersey is a very Jersey movie. The thing about Jersey is they replaced all their street signs with these tacky, ugly, newfangled Netflix looking slabs. And they didn't though, because I brought that. I was like, I might have to, because that's an old from the 90s.
Yeah, that looks like an old school road sign.
So
Yeah.
I was all prepared to duct tape it to the existing Tinsman Road sign, but they never changed the street signs there, so I didn't even have to get up on a be hoisted or climb like a little monkey.
Have
I
your mom
just
sit on your mom's shoulders.
yeah, I didn't have to do any of that. I just was able to film the grody ass old street signs. So I hope they never
Wow. Thank you,
oh,
Jersey. It really is such a Jersey movie. And I also, you put on an accent for this, right? And so everyone knows you have a little bit of an accent.
yeah, I mean it's more like what my accent used to be.
Wait, okay, so your accent, did you train yourself out of the accent after moving to
No.
LA? You
If
just
I
lost
could,
it?
well, when I drink whiskey, it comes out more. And I was on the phone with my friend the other day, and he he was making fun of my accent. So I guess I still do with certain words have an accent. But no, I never train myself. I would prefer to have more of a Jersey accent. But one thing you'll notice in the movie is that everybody has a different Jersey accent,
They did.
even though they're all from basically the same area of New Jersey.
I
Which is
love
really
that.
like it's the closer you are to New York, but like everybody
Yeah.
in the movie has their natural accents and they're all different. So I love that. But it's a very Jersey movie. It's a love letter to the backwoods of New Jersey, something that I grew up ghost hunting and going to explore abandoned buildings and stuff like that. So
Yep.
there's this magazine called Weird New Jersey that we used to have.
Yes, the best. I have Weird Maryland that came because
Okay.
Weird New Jersey was the first one, I think, right? I think that
Yeah,
was the first one.
and Weird Maryland, that's a book, right?
Yeah.
So Weird New Jersey, it's still ongoing today. They every
So
month
cool.
there's a new, or every 6 months maybe now, but there's a new magazine every, I think every 6 months. Um, and it has all these like local legends and abandoned places. So when we were teenagers, we would go explore Weird New Jersey, and all the other states suck because they don't have that. You just got a book. We still have a bi-yearly thing.
I was in Weird Maryland. I wrote two entries about my Girl Scout camp. Thank you very much. That was haunted.
Hmm? Awesome. So, so one of the things is, so I tried to go to some weird New Jersey places, for Tinsman. So one of the most famous weird New Jersey places is called Shades of Death Road. It's an actual road called
I
Shades of Death
love
Road.
that. That's called Shades of. It's like you can live on like
You can
666
live on
Shades of
Shades
Death
of
Road.
Death. Yeah. So I was driving around looking for a place to film, and I happened to find myself naturally on Shades of Death Road. And I was like, ooh, better get a shot. So there
Oh
is,
my
you
God.
wouldn't be able to tell where, but there's definitely a little scene on Shades of Death Road, just for my own satisfaction.
That's
I think
amazing.
for weird New Jersey, you might be able to spot it.
Hell
And
yeah.
strangely, there were these like teenagers. I parked, and there were these like teenagers in a car parked over, like smoking weed, like being rowdy. And I was like, "Oh,
Oh, I love that
my
they're still
youth."
doing that. They're still doing
Yeah,
it.
they're
It
still
isn't
doing
going
it. Oh
away.
yeah. So definitely my love letter to New Jersey.
Well, because you have a lot of family in this too, right? Or people you know from your
Almost
childhood. Like it's
everyone. I
everyone, right?
as my two oldest friends since I'm six are in it, Nancy and Heather. Um, and like Nancy was the flight attendant voice in the Outwaters. I wanted to give her a meteor role here.
Oh, cool. I don't think I realized that. Okay.
Yeah, I was having her go to like Walmart and buy like a microphone to sound like she was coming out over the speakers of an airplane, like directing her from New Jersey. I mean from LA. She was in Jersey. Anyway, but yeah, no, it's lots of cousins, lots of um parents, lots of old friends. Actually, I'm trying to think if there's anybody in this movie that's not family or a really old friend.
That's
I guess
wild.
my step grandmother, well, that's family. So,
Yeah, it's
okay.
still family.
Yeah.
Wait, so what was it like working with your mom again, but like more involved and actually having her like have a very meaty role? Because she's in the Outwaters briefly, but here a lot of it is either you or her.
hmm Well, she's real good. So,
She
unfortunately,
is though. Like she's like really good at being really sad. Like it feels like she really did lose this her daughter and like this and
I'll
he
show it to
disappeared.
people, I'll show it to friends, and not to toot my, oh, people are gonna hate me. Um, but I'll show it to friends, and they'll turn to me at some point and be like, is your sister really? I'm like, no, honey.
But like if they don't know you, it is like it does feel very it does like the way that your mom is able to act is incredible. And like and
Yeah,
it's cool to get to work with
she's
her.
quite good, much to, you know, she doesn't love filming. So
I was gonna say, did she
a lot of times I'll have to clump her scenes together into like 2 hours filming, like filming wise to be like, all right, we're gonna do all the filming today for like 2 hours.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. To get it out of the way so you
get
can
it
get
out of the
everything.
way. You know, she often threatens to quit the movie. Real
Oh.
Housewives moments, but it always works out. Actually, I almost didn't make this movie because she like kicked me out of the house like right when I got to Jersey.
Oh my God, this is the most Jersey thing I've ever heard. I love it.
Yeah, but then we made up. We had a housewives moment on the porch outside. We sat down. We decided to move forward.
Did you guys sit there and have a very good heart to heart about what was
Yeah,
going on and then moved
yeah,
forward?
yeah. We had to
You
move forward.
you spoke your truth.
We both spoke our truths. I apologize for being a little shit.
Tinsman Road, a real documentation. It's a
Yeah,
fictional film, but not the father, the mother-son relationship in it is very authentic
yes.
to a
But
well.
you know, for me, like one of the most, if you're gonna make a found footage movie, the whole point for me, it's not so you can make something with no money and just go like, which is also true though, like I don't have money.
Yeah.
But the point of you're gonna actually try to make is to try to make it actually feel authentic and so
Yeah. Well, you nailed it with this, especially well with both Outwaters and Tinsman Road. Do you have like an approach to that helps like get people who maybe aren't used to being in front of the camera being more comfortable in front of the camera? Like, is there a kind of process you go
Mm,
through with them?
no process. Everybody's different. But one thing I'll
Yeah.
just say, rule of thumb is if it's not good or it doesn't feel real, then you do it again.
Yeah, okay. I mean, like,
You don't just move on and be like, all right, well, no, like if something's ringing as false, you don't you just don't use it and then you
yeah.
do it again. This
It
is a
sounds
good
simple,
rule.
but it's true. Like, it is true, though. Like,
Yeah.
it
I
is
mean,
very
the
true.
most I had to do that was with myself. Like I'm like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm not convincing myself, so then I'll have to redo it's more like me. I have because I'll get
Yeah.
everybody else's performances and then I'll leave mine and then I'll just kind of like wing it and then edit it, and I'm like, no. Then now I have to go back to the fucking woods. I just
I
filmed
have
a
to go
scene
back to
after
Jersey.
literally twice. No, but like I just filmed a scene on the side of the road in LA after coming from an ultrasound because I had a lymph node that was, just checking out my lymph nodes. And so I had to pull over. So after, as we were coming back from the ultrasound, I was like, "Oh, like I need to film something." So, you know, you just got to do it.
You
This
just
is
gotta do
called
it.
indie filmmaking.
Indie filmmaking. Well, actually, speaking of indie filmmaking, you had Outwaters come out and you had your experience like releasing that. So how has like and now with Tinsman Road, has like your experience now putting out your first feature at all influenced how you want to approach distribution and releasing
Oh,
your
yes,
movie?
honey. Yes, honey.
Oh yes, honey. Well, because you want to,
Yeah.
you're considering self-distribution, correct?
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of dogma. You'll hear a lot if you're a filmmaker, like, oh, you're lucky to get a minimum guarantee, like you're lucky. I mean, every movie is different, it depends, but like yeah,
Yeah.
wait,
Well, especially with like a found footage film, a low budget one, there's obviously, appetite for it, but at the same time, it also gives you that freedom of getting to put it out. I don't know. It's
oh,
interesting that especially with films like Horror in the High Desert and just seeing how distribution is being approached so differently now, especially from filmmakers
yeah.
like us, like from our, and I'm sorry lumping myself in with you, but like micro budget making stuff with like really low budgets. It's interesting to just see how that's all shifting. Like obviously we know how important distribution is, but I think things have changed a lot in the last couple of years, even just when it comes to that
Well,
possibility.
my approach this time is if unless the off, like unless the offer makes
Sense, yeah.
sense or makes it worth it dealing with future bullshit from your distributor, which is not every distributor, but you know, um, uh, unless we get an offer that makes sense and I think like meets the movie's value up front, then I'd rather take it to theaters myself,
Yeah.
do full screenings myself, release it on home video first, like the old days. I miss the 90s.
Oh yeah.
There's this, listen, like, everybody loves watching shit for free. I don't, because I don't like watching fucking ads on Tubi in the middle of a movie. But, like, if you put the movie up for free in 10 places, no one's gonna rent it. And so, like, sorry, I always rent my movies, or I go to the theater, or I buy them on
Yeah.
on physical media.
Yeah.
And I have no money, so that's like what I save my money for. And so with this one, I'm just like not going to be putting up for free everywhere, And if people don't want to watch it, don't want to pay $3 to watch a movie that someone made for like years, then they
Yeah.
don't have to, and then they could go illegally download it like an asshole. I can
And
say
there
that.
we have it.
I have
Robbie
never really,
Banfitch gives a nice a
yeah,
good
make more people
capsule.
hate me, but I don't really care. I'm not into the whole pirating thing. It's disgusting.
Yeah. No, I see.
Unless your movie like is not available for 5 years in the country that you live in, and the only way you can
Yeah.
watch it, is something like that, then
Yeah.
you are hurting artists.
Please pay
Like
for indie horror and indie films. I know
or
that we're
any
all
movies, like go
poor.
go pay for Sinners. You know what I'm
Please
saying?
pay for Sinners. Please
Yeah.
pay. Like I know that it's rough out here. Money's tight, but like throw some money to artists at least in this age of like AI and struggle and figuring out where we all fit in this world, especially like contemporary horror cinema. Please throw us a couple bucks. We appreciate
Well, I mean,
it.
listen,
And
in
also
the
write Google,
90s,
yeah, like just show that you love and care about cinema as an art form.
yeah, or else you'll get a bunch of shit that's up for free, and that's what you'll get. Just like we got, our current government, we deserve it.
Stream
We deserve
bystanders for free on Tubi.
No, but yeah,
No, I know.
it's
I
not in our control.
Oh yeah, exactly. But
Um,
but
what,
yeah,
without being, oh God, whatever, I don't care. Um, I miss back in the day in the 80s and 90s, you went to the store, you rented a movie, you
Yeah.
bought the VHS, and I still do that, and a lot of people still do that. And that's how a lot of filmmakers or producers or production companies or distributors made money, is people actually renting and buying the
Yeah.
film. So
Yeah.
what I would like to do with Tinsman Road, unless we get some amazing offer that, like I said, makes future bullshit worth it, then we're planning on releasing it on physical media and for sale or rental. So trying to get a VHS in the works, which really lends itself to Tinsman Road because it's 4:3 shot on YouTube.
Yeah.
And like just bring back the old school model in a small way. Uh,
Cool. I love that though. That's
that's what we're
exciting.
planning to do. And one thing, I will never sign a contract that does not allow me to go out and make a Blu-ray and like physical media, or where they don't guarantee that they'll do that. So all of my
Wow.
film will be on physical media. That's usually like one of the first things I actually talk about in like distribution meetings.
I
I'm
love
not
that
down for
though.
this, like I'm not, thank you. I'm not down for, I mean, it's more like for me, like I need the physical media.
Yeah. No, I understand that though, because like there is something so amazing about being able to hold your movie in your hand like that. Like obviously
Or
you with DV
or
and everything, like you feel the footage, but just like having like the whole thing together that has like been created in your hand is just amazing. And it exists. It
Yeah,
exists like in
I
that
just had to
form.
order Adam McDonald's Out Come the Wolves from a German Blu-ray to me. So
Wait,
I could,
really?
yeah, so I could hold Out Come the Wolves in my hand.
Wow. It is wild how difficult it is to find like Blu-rays of modern, like of recent
Certain
movies.
ones. And
Certain
like,
ones.
because I think Out Come the Wolves is on DVD, but I have a Blu-ray player, so I want the Blu-ray, so I had to order it from Germany. But one problem I am having, let me just tell you, is that French movie Vermine, which is Infested, like the spider movie that's on Shudder.
Yeah.
That I can't find that on Blu-ray except from France, and luckily I speak French, so I don't need the subtitles. But like, I would really like a release of Infested slash Vermine.
There should be a release of Infested. That
That is
movie
one of
is
my favorite
so
movies
it's
from
so
last year.
good. It's just so good and gross. I can't wait to see what he does with the Evil Dead because he's supposed to do an Evil Dead movie. I'm very
And
excited.
let me pitch you on something.
Okay.
A full uncensored box set of all of Vanderpump Rules, Jackson Brittany Go to Kentucky, and The Valley, all uncensored, a beautiful Criterion Blu-ray set, just like they did with Godzilla, but for Vanderpump Rules. Uncensored. We need to see that Scannable episode extended by at least 20 minutes. I need to see more of every conversation. I would pay literally like $1,000 for that. So Bravo, come on. I do have some connects there, so I tried to get them to I've been pushing I've been pushing for a vinyl release of the Salt Lake City score for season 4. So that like if you get in a fight with your friend, like if Mary Beth, if like you and I ever get into a fight, yeah, if you come over and we get into a fight about politics, we can put that vinyl on and sit down, have a drink, and move forward.
Oh,
And you
just
know how many people? Do you know
like
how
the
many
way that
people
I
like?
can just like imagine you just like looking at me and pulling out the vinyl and just like
Yeah,
not breaking
we're
eye
gonna have a
contact.
conversation. Now, Ange and I got into a fight on Outwaters, and we had to go have a moving forward conversation in the McDonald's parking lot of Barstow.
It's close to Barlow though.
Yeah. Well, we need this music. So this is what I'm saying. And especially for Salt Lake City, the gays will buy that vinyl. Make it
Oh,
happen. Imagine to be able to have a fight, but put on the score from Salt Lake City whilst fighting. That will
I
make
feel
the
like
whole experience richer.
I feel like that would really be a cultural moment and we would really change as a society if you can put on the vinyl of like that in the background of you fighting. Oh my God.
Andy Cohen needs to hear this.
What? Wow.
All
I can't get distracted by this
right, sorry.
idea.
Horror movies. Kyle Richards.
Um,
As Lana Del Rey said, how about that Kyle Richards? And did you see that interview with Lana?
no. What?
They asked her, I think it was Vanity Fair or one of those places. They did like a little Lana Del Rey interview. And
Yeah.
they were asking her some questions, and they asked her if she watches Housewives. She said she doesn't really keep up with it anymore, but then she said, "But how about that Kyle Richards?" Hmm?
Look, we can't talk about Kyle Richards right now. I have too many thoughts and feelings about this. But to tie this back to Tinsman Road and also um Real Housewives, Tinsman's going to be playing at the Frida in Orange County, home of the Quiet Woman. And if you don't know what the Quiet Woman is, please watch Real
Listen,
Housewives
the
of Orange
quiet listen,
County.
the Quiet Woman is an actually. Did you go there, Mary Beth?
I have not been to the Quiet Woman,
Actually, a
no.
a wonderful, wonderful restaurant. Let me just plug it. Quiet Woman, Orange County. Okay, they have great swordfish. All right.
Oh, do they really? Good
Yeah,
to
yeah,
know.
amazing swordfish. Shannon Bedore famously threw her plate down and said, "This isn't my fucking plate, you bitch," or something like that.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's just my favorite.
Yeah.
It's
So
like a
you
nice
can go
restaurant with
have.
like
It's really
like with
good.
like white tablecloths. Like this is like a nice restaurant, but one of the most some of the most iconic fights in
Yeah, the
Housewives of
quiet
Orange
moment. We have
County
Kelly
history.
Dodd like putting her face up against the glass. I've been there. It's a great place. You can go pre-game at the Quiet Woman. They have a nice little bar.
Is it by the
And then
Frida? Is it by the Frida?
it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay, Uber to the Quiet
Yeah,
Woman and then take an Uber to the
yeah,
Frida and you
yeah.
can watch an incredible movie and then
So
talk to Robbie after about the movie and
mm,
also the fact that you went to Quiet Woman and you have to tell him what you got if you
the
do
swordfish
this
is what you should get.
incredible. This is an incredible exclusive for Dread Central. If you watch his interview and go to the screening, please tell Robbie what you ordered at the Quiet Woman.
Yeah. Well, the Frida Cinema Saturday at
It'll be on Saturday night. We'll have all the info
Saturday
and
night.
tickets in the description of the video, as well as on the website. If you're watching it on the website, we'll have all that info
Yeah.
for you to buy tickets. So check it out because
I,
we don't know when it's playing next in terms of
I don't-
festivals.
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll be playing in Mexico in a few months, but other than that, I have to keep my lips sealed for once. And but yeah, no, the Frida Cinema's my favorite movie theater. It's a nonprofit like art house movie theater. They play a lot. Like for example, this month in May, they're playing Bug. They're
Oh my
playing
God, Bug. I
Vogue.
haven't
Yeah.
seen that movie in so long. That's
Like
amazing.
they showed Gummo a few months ago. Like they have the best programming and it's like the best group of people. So Frida Cinema, even if you don't go see Tinsman or whatever, like if you're visiting gorgeous Orange County in Santa Ana, also where Adon lives from Love on the Spectrum is like my
Oh my
favorite.
God, Santa Ana. That's where my family. I have family in Santa Ana.
Yeah, so it's there
Wow.
in their little downtown area. It's really the best. So just visit the cinema anyway, even if you don't go see
Yes.
Tinsman Road. If
Support
you hate
indie cinemas, guys. I mean,
and
like we all
support
going to be together
swordfish, support
and
the murder of swordfish for consumption. Worth it. And this is coming from someone who used to work at Greenpeace. Keep that in. I
keep
don't
that
care.
in. All right, cool. Well, on that beautiful note, Robbie Banfitch, always a pleasure talking to you about your latest film, and I can't wait for everyone to see Tinsman Road.